My name is Lavanya, lecturer in English, Girras Government College, Nizamabad. So, yesterday we have learned about the direct and indirect speech. So, we have completed some topic. So, today also I am continuing the same topic. So, today we are going to complete the direct and indirect speech. So, yesterday we have completed the part 3. Yeah, so today the last part, the fourth part. So we will complete the direct and indirect speech. So direct and indirect speech, so we are learning from the 4 days. So we are getting the topic from the 4 days. So what is the direct and what is the indirect speech? We have learnt the words spoken by a person are reported into two ways. So they are, the first one is the direct speech and also the second one is the indirect speech. So direct speech. What is the direct speech means, ma'am? The direct speech is the speaker, what the speaker has spoken. So exactly same as it is, we are going to express. But indirect speech, and also the direct speech encloses with the what you call the inverted commas, closes with the inverted commas. And indirect speech. Indirect speech is what the speaker has spoken. So we will not give the exact information. So we will change the information and we will change by our own also. We can change by our own also. We can express by our own. So that comes under the indirect speech. So already we have learned. So yesterday I have stopped at the pronouns, I think. So now today I'm going to continue from the pronouns itself, because already we have seen yesterday this alma. Yeah, the from the rule second we have started yesterday, and rule 3 we have completed, and also the examples and also the assertive sentences. What are the assertive sentences? We have seen yesterday. While changing or transforming assertive sentences, direct to indirect speech, that conjunction is used in indirect speech. Right? And say remains same as it is say, says remains same as it is says, and said remains said, say to changes into tell, and says to changes into tells, and said to changes into told. Yeah, already we have seen yesterday. And also you have to note that the point, you have to remember that what is that means. If the indirect verb, the reporting verb is in the past tense, so then the following words will be changed from direct to indirect speech as the following. So what is that mean? Said, told, asked, ordered, advised, or requested. So yeah, right. All these changes in the indirect speech. So already I told yesterday that you have to practice or by heart these two tables compulsory, because in the direct speech what we have uses am or is. So then in the indirect speech it changes. So what we have to change? Right, am or is, so we have to keep the indirect speech, and are we have to keep the were, and have, has, had, and will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, and must, would have to, or had to. And also these table also very important, because direct and indirect speech is changes into the present tense, the past tense. The tense which is in the direct speech is not exactly in the indirect speech. Of course, suppose in the direct speech the word or the sentence is not the word, the sentence is, the statement is in the present tense. So then indirect speech changes into the past tense, and present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, simple past or past perfect tense, and past continuous, past perfect continuous. So this type of in the direct speech and also the indirect speech changes the tenses, right? Already we have seen yesterday. And yeah, examples also, right? So imperative sentences also we have seen, and exclamatory sentences also we have seen, right? So what is the exclamatory sentences? These also we have seen. And yeah, more than one sentences, right? So today we are going to start from here. So more than one sentences means the sentences is more than one. Suppose you are talking about suppose 3 topics in the one sentences. So then how we have to change this direct into indirect. So how we have to change? If there are If there are different sentences in the reported speech, each sentences should have the appropriate reporting verb and added to another with a conjunction. So conjunction must when more than one sentences we are going to talk or we are going to take, so then the conjunction must. Already conjunction we will take in all the indirect speech, that is the that, THAT, we will take that. Yes, so and the conjunctions and so if so many conjunctions are there, so then we can take the conjunctions, we can add the conjunctions, because the more one or more sentences, one sentences the conjunction is not necessary, but more than one sentences the conjunction is necessary. Yeah, so come and look at the first example. Welcome, she said. So one sentences. And be seated, I am happy to meet you. Two sentences, right? Be seated, I am happy to meet you. Welcome, she said. So two sentences, there are the two sentences are there in the one statement. So there, that is in the direct speech. So then you have to change into the indirect speech. How you will change? So remember one thing, in the direct speech, inverted commas closed with the sentences with the inverted commas, but in the indirect speech, the sentences will not take the inverted commas. Remove the omit. We will omit the what we call the inverted commas. Omit means nothing but removing, right? So we will omit in the indirect speech inverted commas, right? Yeah. So yeah, indirect speech. She welcomed me and requested me to be seated and added that she was happy to meet me. Yes. So also observe one thing, direct speech is in the present tense, right? So direct speech is in the present tense, because welcome, she said, be seated, I am happy to meet you. So that is in the present tense. But in direct speech, she welcomed me, past, right? And requested me to be seated and added that she was happy to meet me. So past tense, right? So the direct speech is in the present tense, but it changes into the indirect speech. So then it becomes the past tense. Also we have taken the conjunction. So what are the conjunctions here? And. Yeah. And the second example, my son said to me, present tense. My son said to me, the TV set has arrived. Where is it to put? Present tense. So see the indirect speech, my son told to me that is a conjunction. The TV set had arrived, had means past tense, and asked where it was to be put, where it was, right? So it became the past tense. Yeah, same. So more than one sentence. And come to the pronouns. Pronouns of the first person are changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Example, I said, I have solved the problem. I said that I had solved the problem. Pronouns of the first person are changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. First person is changed to the reporting verb. First person has changed, right? I said, I have solved the problem. I said that I had solved the problem. And he said, I have solved the problem. He said that I had solved the problem. I is the subject, right? So then it changes into the, your pronouns is changed. Next, the pronoun you is changed according to the object of the reporting verb. My father said to me, you have done your work well. My father told to me that I had done my work well. So me is the object and you is changed into the reported speech, right? Yeah, object. Yes. Next, interrogative sentences. Yes. So the reporting verbs used in questions are ask, inquire, wonder, want to know. When the question is introduced by verb, the reporting verb is followed by if or whether. Yes, remember this point, because it is important that when the question is introduced by verb, The reporting verb is followed by if or whether. Reporting verb, don't confuse it is indirect speech, nothing but, right? Followed by if or whether. Yeah. When the question is introduced by an interrogative word, what, where, when, why, how, etc., the same word is used in the indirect speech. No conjunction is used. In the direct speech, the verb is placed before the subject. In the indirect speech, the verb is placed after the subject. In the direct speech, a question mark is placed at the end of the sentences, and in the indirect speech, a full stop is placed at the end. In the direct speech, a question mark is placed at the end of the sentences, but in the indirect speech, a full stop is placed at the end. So here I have written the examples also, ma. See, look at once. The first point. What is the first point? The reporting verbs used in questions are ask or inquire or request or wonder, want to know. Right? Yeah. He said to me, who are you? When the question is introduced by verb, the reporting verb is followed by if or whether. He said to me, who are you? He asked me who I was. He asked me who I was. And he said to her, why do you come late today? He asked her why she came late that day. That day, because late today, that day. And he said to me, do you eat anything this morning? Question mark. And he asked me whether I ate anything that morning. Yes, with the weather. Yeah. And my friend said, is Mr. Rao on leave? My friend inquired if Mr. Rao was on leave. Yes. My friend said, shall we ever forget the golden voice of Ghantasala? My friend wondered whether he would ever forget the golden voice of Ghantasala. And the conductor said to the old man, why had you not bought a ticket for the boy? The conductor wanted to know from the old man why he had not bought a ticket for the boy. Right? Yeah. So all the points I have written here. So same as it is points I have given the examples. Right? Yeah. Come to the next additional information. Nothing but a suitable reporting verb like said, asked, replied, requested, exclaimed, etc. is used depending on the type of reported clause, whether it is a statement or it is a question or it is an exclamation or it is a request or on the meaning or argue, agree, deny, apologize or etc. All pronouns are changed according to the speaker and the listener. Yes. All pronouns are changed according to the speaker and also according to the listeners. Right? Suitable reporting verb like said, asked, replied or request or exclaimed, etc. is used depending on the type of reported clause. Right? And also it is a statement or it is a question mark or the exclamation or request or on the meaning of argument or agree or deny or apologize, etc. And the second point, all pronouns are changed according to the speaker and the listener. Yes. Yeah. So expectations. Tense is the reported part, doesn't change in the following conditions. And when the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, when the reported part is a universal truth or fact or a habitual action. Habitual action means nothing but daily we will go to walk or daily we will take the coffee or tea, we will drink the coffee or tea or lunch, right? So daily habitual actions, nothing but. It will not change. It will remain as it is. Next, reporting statement, reporting verbs, and say or said is the most commonly used verb in the reporting statements. And say to or said to is used when the listener is mentioned and they are changed into tell or told. Already we have seen on the table. Yesterday we have seen the table. Add or continue is used when more than one sentence is reported. Yes, right? Yeah. So next, report the following questions in indirect speech. Yes, so some nothing but the exercise. I said to shop assistant, what is the price of these dress? Right. I said to shop assistant, what is the price of this dress? So change it to indirect speech. And Rekha, how interesting the movie is. A father said to his son, Kranti, concentrate on your studies now. And what a pity, many passengers died in the accident, said an eyewitness. Gopi said the bell is ringing. Gopi said that the bell was ringing. And we said, live long the king, live long the king. Where is the bus stop? She said to me. Where is the bus stop? She said to me. She asked me that, where is the bus stop? She asked me that, where is the bus stop? Do come in, John, Ravi said. Ravi said that to come in, John. Don't try to get off the bus until the bus stops, the conductor told me. The conductor, already we have taken here. The conductor wanted to give the information that don't try to get off the bus until the bus stop. I can't agree with you, she told him. I can't agree with you, she told him, right? So some of the exercises, nothing but all I have covered all the the assertive, exclamation and interrogative sentences. So all I have covered in that, and you have to change into the indirect speech, questions in indirect speech, right? So yeah, ended. This is a direct and indirect speech. So we have completed the part 4, first part, second part, third part, and also the fourth part. So we have completed today direct and indirect speech. So from tomorrow we are going to learn the new topic. Okay, so yeah, direct and indirect speech. What is a direct and indirect speech? The words spoken by a person are reported into two ways. They are the direct and also the indirect speech. Direct speech. In direct speech, we can express the words exactly spoken by a person. It is enclosed in inverted commas. Yes. And indirect speech. Direct speech has two parts, They are reporting speech and also reported speech. Right. And indirect speech, we can express in our own words in the substance of speakers, words or inverted commas are removed in the indirect speech. So in the examinations, nothing but you have to learn the two, right? He will not give only the direct speech and also you have to convert into the indirect speech. He will give sometimes indirect speech also. You have to convert into the direct speech, right? Sometimes it will be happen. So don't expect that only the direct speech will come in the examinations and only we are going to write the indirect speech, right? So you have to observe what in the sentences or statements. First of all, the statement the sentences is in the present tense or the past tense, right? And second, it is ended with the question marks. So exclamation the inverted commas is compulsory, and it is ended with the question mark or exclamation remark or assertive or interrogative. So you have to recognize that, right? So then only you can change into indirect speech very easily. The direct speech you can change into the indirect speech very easily. And what in the indirect speech, suppose example I have written here. So suppose take the first example. He said, I am very lucky boy. He said, I am very lucky boy. And she said, I bought a pen yesterday, right? So he said, I am very lucky boy. So it changes into, he said that he was, I am became the he, right? Yeah, so these type of words also you have to remember, ma, the tense, in which tense it is there, and in which tense indirect speech will come. We have to change into indirect speech in which tense it is, in the past tense or past perfect tense or past continuous tense. And am, is, you have to keep the has and had, so have to, what we have to keep in the direct speech to the indirect speech. So you have to learn that compulsory, and also you have to pick up the correct, what you call the correct sentences or correct statement, you have to convert into the indirect speech. So yeah, this is a direct and indirect speech. So today we are completed the direct and indirect speech. So tomorrow I will come with a new topic. So thank you. I'm Lavanya, lecturer in English from Giriraj Government College.